first and foremost, I want to say hello. How you doing? Welcome to drboycetv.com, the home for intelligent black people. So if you're black and intelligent, throw your hands up, put your hashtag B1 in the chat. Hashtag B1 means that we are black first. It also means that we must be one in order for us to win. And also, black people are number one, meaning that we are the greatest. We are unstoppable. We can do anything we put our minds to. So I wanted to address a couple of quick things real quick. First of all, with the stock market, if you're wondering what happened today with the stock market, I did do an analysis of what's going on. You can go to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. I did a breakdown this morning, so I'm not going to break that down again right now. I wanted to quickly go into just Dr. Boyce / Uncle Boyce mode and talk about Andrew Gillum. Andrew Gillum is of interest to me because he's a black man and he's a guy that really had a tremendous, very ugly fall from grace as a result of an unfortunate incident in which he was photographed in a hotel room, passed out with another dude who appears to be quite bootylicious, and there was drugs in the room and just nasty sheets and just some stuff that's just almost like the worst nightmare type situation you can imagine. But yeah, so Andrew Gillum got caught up in some situations that literally, made people pretty much say, you know what, the brother, he ain't the guy that we thought he was. Let's just say that, no disrespect at all. And I want to say this with complete respect and empathy as well, because, I imagine a lot of people have a lot of secrets, and I feel bad for people that have secrets that they feel that they have to hide. So with that being said, Gillum just announced, Andrew Gillum, who ran for governor of Florida, after his fall from grace, he disappeared for a while. Then he came back, and he basically came back and said that he is going to do a wide open interview with Tamron Hall. Now, Tamron's going to interview him, I guess, as the premiere for her show. This interview is a little bit different from what he did in the past. Before, what he did was he went on his Instagram page and did a little presentation. You could tell that he pretty much thought very carefully about what he wanted to say. He's a smart guy. He's a great lawyer. He's well spoken. He's very intelligent, and he thought carefully about what he had to say. And you could tell he thought carefully about it. And it came off a little bit rehearsed, and I kind of was watching and I noticed he was hitting certain talking points and stuff like that, and it was what it was. So now he's doing this other interview with his wife, and I think that does say something, because I think a lot of people are asking, like, where's your wife? Why is your wife not here? Why is your wife not present during the interviews? And so he's bringing his wife out for this one, and I imagine there's going to be more of a conversation about rehab and redemption and coming back and learning about himself and stuff like that, doing the work in therapy and stuff like that. I don't know how that's going to work out for him. I have no idea. I have no clue how this is going to work out for Andrew Gillum. I don't know if it's going to be a win for him or a loss for him. I pretty much concluded that most people don't think like me. I think very carefully about everything, and the rest of the world just doesn't do that. So maybe it's going to work. I don't know. I don't know enough about. I don't know. I can't really necessarily describe the thinking of stupid people. I can only relate to other intelligent people. That's why I tell you guys, don't come in here if you're not a thinker, because I'm probably going to confuse you and you're not going to have very much fun. But as a thinker, one thing I'll say is, I don't really know if it's going to work. I think that people believe exactly as Jamalin just said in the chat. They believe his wife is a beard. I don't think that there's anything he can say that will give him the ability to come in as a relatable black man with a black wife. He's not the new Barack Obama. He's not the next Barack or Michelle. He's not a guy that is going to give people the impression that they have a standard nuclear family. He appears to be a guy who might be gay or bisexual, whatever, right? That's not a crime, right? That is not a crime. There are millions of people out there just like him, millions of people that will identify with him, and millions of people who don't care. Like I'm a person who just doesn't care. I just really don't care. I just ask you, like, whatever you do, that's what you do. I'm gonna do what I do. I like Alicia. Alicia's not a guy, and it works for us. But whatever works for you works for you. And I personally think that trying to repair his brand and create the wholesome family image as a guy who just made a couple of mistakes. I don't believe that's going to work. I think that it's like a car. Sometimes your car breaks down and you take it to the shop and you get it fixed and it's running fine again. Sometimes it takes an extensive amount of work. But sometimes your car is totaled. His car didn't just have a fender bender. His car didn't just break down and need a new muffler. His car didn't even just have a bad accident on the road. His shit got totaled, busted into pieces, blew up on the freeway, and flew off the bridge. So you're deep diving into the river trying to find pieces of a car that exploded on the freeway and flew off the highway, and you're trying to put this car back together and make it run like it's brand new. I don't think that's going to work. I think that there's a point where you just throw in your cards and you say, I'm going to go get me a new car. I'm going to go buy it. We're just going to go to the car lot, and you know what? This is my chance to get a new car anyway. I was driving a Toyota, and really I wanted to drive a Range Rover the whole time anyway, right? Like I was living one life, but really I wanted to live this other life anyway. So now it's time for me to go ahead and get a better car, right? Let me just go start fresh, reintroduce myself to the world, and I'm going to introduce myself as the guy who's driving a Range Rover or a Bentley. I'm not going to be the guy who's going to pretend like he enjoys driving a Toyota Corolla when really I was sneaking and driving Range Rovers in my spare time, right? So sometimes getting caught can be very liberating. Like sometimes getting caught doing something that you were hiding for a long time, and I'm gonna step out and say I believe he was holding a lot back. I don't know if the real him was out there. I don't know if he would have confessed to all of that if you'd asked him about it, a year ago. I wonder if this is an opportunity for him to really do some good for some people and just come all the way out the closet. Now, what does that mean? I don't know what that means for him to come out the closet. Maybe he comes out as gay. Maybe he comes out as bisexual. Maybe he comes out as something. I don't know what that is, but I think the truth can set him free. At least some big chunk of truth, right? I don't think you got to tell everybody your business, because I'm a believer that what you do in the bedroom really shouldn't be the number one reason people vote for you. That shouldn't be the number one thing that people know about you first. Like that was my challenge with Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion and all that WAP talk was, we know what WAP is. A lot of women got WAP. A lot of women got good WAP, but they don't tell you about the WAP as soon as they walk in the door. They don't show up at church and say, let me introduce myself. My name is Tiffany Smith and I have the best WAP in the church, right? They don't do that. They don't come in with WAP on their t-shirt, on their forehead, like as the first thing they tell you about themselves. You got to work your way to the WAP after you've learned 20 or 30 other things about them in order to get there. So I personally think that what he does in his personal life, whether it's whatever arrangement he and his wife have to whatever arrangement he has with whoever he gets personal with, I don't think that should be the number one thing that we think about when it comes to Andrew Gillum. In fact, I think Andrew Gillum is in a unique opportunity to liberate a lot of our minds, to get us to the point where we can try to evaluate this man just as a leader, as a lawyer. I mean, he was a damn good lawyer. He's really smart. He's well spoken. I personally think that the brother was handling himself very well. I mean, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not into that whole Democrat Republican stuff. That's not my thing. But he was doing his thing very well, and I think that can't be forgotten just because of what other thing he was doing in his spare time. Okay, so I'm gonna say that I'm not even really 100% sure exactly what my opinion is on Gillum, but I will say that I think that if you come out and you try to fix and rebuild that busted up car that was totaled on the freeway, blew up on the road, and flew off the bridge, you're gonna make a mistake. I think you just need to get a new car and come out and just address it a little bit, and then get back to the business of doing whatever it is that you would like to do for the country and do for the world. Or who knows, maybe he can go do some great things for the black community. We can always use a good, smart black attorney who went to an HBCU who loves black people. There's plenty of people like that, and whatever they do in the bedroom is really their business. Honestly, that's just my 2 cents. You may not agree, but that's what I believe. All right, so that was my thought. I had that on my mind, so I thought I would share it. So do me a favor, if you could, please hit the thumbs up button, share and subscribe button. Follow drboycetv.com. Tomorrow at 3 Eastern, tomorrow Friday, 3 Eastern, Ice Cube is coming through. So I talked to the homie Ice Cube last night, and I love what he's doing politically, and so we agreed that he would come on to the platform and share his position expression. And I'm gonna tell you the reason that I respect Ice Cube is because I love the fact that he is a person that has a massive platform. Hip hop gives rappers a very large voice, and instead of using his voice for ignorance, he's using his voice to elevate. And so I personally think if you want my endorsement, I'm not endorsing Biden, I'm not endorsing Trump. I'm endorsing Dr. Claude Anderson. I'm endorsing Ice Cube. I'm endorsing anybody out here that's really trying to fight for the community. I'm endorsing Dr. Wesley Muhammad. I'm endorsing Derek Muhammad. I'm endorsing David Banner. I'm endorsing Vicky Dillard. I'm endorsing the people that really have our community at heart and who are really out here fighting the good fight for us. And that's just where I stand, and that's where I'm just going to be. And if that means I got to be on the sidelines, and I'm going to be on the sidelines until the sidelines become the main line, until the side stream becomes the mainstream, until the rest of the world catches up with us. And one thing that I did say to Cube, and I hope he doesn't mind me sharing this point, we talked for a little while. I'm not going to share everything we talked about, but one thing I said is I said, you know, man, one thing I like about you, and I listen to artists very carefully. When I listen to rappers, I don't just listen for the beat, I listen to the lyrics. And I said, I noticed that through the years, your music got better and it also got more mature. You got smarter through the years, and you were saying things that let me know what kind of person you are in terms of how you see the world. And I said, you were always ahead of your time. I said, truth is, I said, one thing I've observed is, as I said, you've always been ahead of your time. Not just with fuck the police, right? Remember, he was saying fuck the police in 1989, and they wanted to go lock him up and kill him. And now 30-something years later, people are saying fuck the police, and they're realizing that NWA was right all along. But that's not the only time he was ahead of his time. I said, now a lot of your ideas, even today, are ahead of their time. So I think that in a position of leadership, you just keep marching to the beat of that drummer. And if you march firmly and clearly enough for an extended period of time, eventually the world will catch up with you. So I said, I just let them know. I said, what you doing with the contract with Black America? I said, I ride with that. I love that. I think it's excellent. And and that's what I can get behind. That's what I can support. Because I'm going to ask you this. Let me riddle me this. Answer this question for me before we go. Why is it that you have so many politicians who will run out screaming Black Lives Matter at the top of their lungs, but will not even utter the word reparations? Literally, you screaming Black Lives Matter at the top of your lungs, but you won't even say like we bring up reparations. You want to end the interview. You want to run out the room. You getting on the phone. Why did you set me up with this interview with this person? I didn't want to talk to, right? Like why are you so quick to scream Black Lives Matter, but you can't say reparations? I don't give a shit if you think my life matters. My life matters to me. I know my life matters. I don't need you to tell me that. I don't need a white man to tell me my life is important. I know that. My mama told me that. My woman tells me that. I don't need all that. I don't need your love. I don't need your sympathy. What I want is for you to cut the goddamn check and shut the fuck up. Seriously, I need you to cut the check so we can get back to building and pay what you owe. Seriously, when can we expect payment? So I really, honestly, just to tell y'all the truth, I think we need to be bill collectors up in this bitch. Y'all know, you owe us this money. You know what you've taken from us. We know you're kissing our ass, but we need to know when can we expect payment? When will you be cutting the check? That's all we want to know. I don't really care if you like me. I don't really want you. I don't care if you think Black Lives Matter. I don't care if you adore me. You're stealing my culture. That's fine. Whatever you want to take. At the end of the day, cut the damn check and let's just get on with this. We don't need your affection. We need what we deserve. We need you to do right by us. And until you do what's right by us, some of us are not gonna do anything for you. And that's it. Slavery ended a long time ago. That's why you can't get my vote for $1.50. You can't do that. My vote is precious. My vote is valuable. My ancestors died for me to have the right to vote. So I'm going to protect the integrity of their memory by not giving up something precious for nothing. So I'm not your hoe. I do not sell WAP on the weekends. So you're gonna have to earn this. If you can't earn it, then you don't get it. Point blank, period. Have a good day, everybody. I hope I'll see you tomorrow. DrBoyceTV.com. Make sure you subscribe. Love you. Thank you for listening. I'll see you soon. Be good. Peace.